Shit. For real, I didn't even really know what I was gonna talk about for real. I had a couple things on my mind, but mostly like mental health and then the addiction problem that's going around the city and shit like that, Martinsburg. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of problems with addiction myself, you know what I'm saying, growing up. You know what I'm saying? Had a hard childhood, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that nobody else has a hard childhood, but you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That's how I came up or whatever. But the addiction problem and shit like that, for me it started as a child, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was on my own since the age of 16. My mother, she moved to Newport News, Virginia or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that just left me and my sisters to fend for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I started turning to hustling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then one thing led to another, you know what I'm saying? I had inner problems that I didn't really address, you know what I'm saying? So that led to addiction, you know what I'm saying? But I never had a father figure or a mentor type person to, you know what I'm saying, help me out with that, or, you know what I'm saying, help me get through that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I wish there was more things in the city to do for kids, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole rec center that they don't even open and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why even have a rec center if that joint ain't open, you know what I'm saying? Because I see a whole bunch of kids out here, you know what I'm saying, that just trying to do the street thing. They trying to sell drugs, or they using drugs, or they drinking, partying and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Worried about all the wrong shit. But then they wonder why motherfuckers getting booked all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a letter to my future self. I'm proud of where you're going. I'm proud of the man that you're becoming. All of the things we've been through, we came out scars and all. It's been a long year. It's been a long 4 years. You did everything you said you was gonna do. Came home focused, had a plan. Addiction, heartache, depression, still made it through. Again, I'm happy of the person that you're becoming. Finally starting to love yourself. And therefore it's easier for me to love others, truly love others. Keep grinding, stay focused, and stay on the right path. I can't wait to see where we are in 5 years. Louis.
So I was always one of those people who kind of judged addicts, even though I grew up with having a mother and a father and other family members who were addicts, but I always judged, like, that will never be me. I ended up having two sisters who also became addicts, one who's OD'd several times. It wasn't until about 2 years ago that I realized I'm an addict too. I just didn't have the same addictions as them. Not only was I an addict, I have more of what you would call an addictive personality. So today I might be addicted to watching a certain show. Tomorrow I might be addicted to cocaine or another drug. So, I mean, it ended up being worse than just being a typical addict. Like some of my other family members, I just didn't look at it the same because for the majority of my life I wasn't addicted to substances. I could pick things up, do them really heavily for a few months and then just drop them and walk away, but I didn't look at it as I was just replacing it with another addiction until about 2 years ago. And I became really heavily addicted to a drug that made me so that I was away from my child for extreme periods of times, and I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't eating, I was gone, I was doing other things that could have really gotten me hurt. And so now that I look back, I realize that I was very much a judgmental person, and I was judging people for the same same disease, same problems that I had, and didn't even think about how I was affecting myself and my family just differently. So I just really appreciated this opportunity to talk about how I'm one of those people who changed my mindset as I went through things. In the last 2 years, I've been through so much. I typically am the person who people look at as having my life together, but I'm just good at making it seem that way on the surface. So I just wanted to take this time to, number one, apologize to my family for being judgmental, because I was very much a judgmental person of my mother and my father and my sisters. It would never be me. I would never do that. But in the end, I did. And I lost myself and impacted my child heavily. I'm in a better place now, and I'm doing much better, but it doesn't mean that I still don't have that addictive personality. I might not be addicted to drugs today, might not be addicted to alcohol today, might not be addicted to other negative things, but an addiction is still an addiction. And any addiction can have a negative impact, even if you look at it as being something positive. Overworking can be an addiction, and it has negative impacts. Watching TV shows, people don't look at it as being negative, but it can have negative impacts, take away from your time and your family. So I just have realized that, there's no difference between someone who is addicted to a drug that we judge people for using and someone who's addicted to other things. Everyone has an addiction. Some of us just have addictions that are more negative. And being someone who has lost people in the last couple of years, I lost 2 people that I loved very much to their addictions. And I very much was part of the lifestyle that they were living, one of which I was living it with. The other one, I kind of had a feeling that she had these problems, and instead of trying to help her through it, I let my addictions scare me from being able to help her, because I couldn't risk me going into a spiral with her, and I had to say goodbye to her. So just growing up in this area, you realize that all of us are impacted, whether it be personally ourselves or our family members, but we're all impacted in some way. And we need to be able to stick together and support each other instead of being judgmental, because you don't know what tomorrow may be. Tomorrow it might be your addiction that turned you into that person who you're judging.
I'm a single mom, going through this healing process of healing my life and all the bad that I was taught growing up, trying to be a better person. How the can I be a better person? It's just so fucking hard, man. I go out there and I try to find love. I'm just met with all of this bullshit. I'm a good fucking person. I'm a good person. And I try to help everybody. But who the fuck is helping me? I feel so fucking alone all the time. Even though I'm surrounded by good people that I choose to have in my life now. Through these changes that I'll be making in my life, I learned that the people that I was surrounding myself with weren't good for me. They were just perpetuating that cycle that I had been in my whole fucking life. And I had thought about 5 years ago when I started making these changes that it was just going to be better. And some days it is. But I still fucking cry every night. I cry every morning. Because I'm just so fucking scared that I'm not gonna fucking make it. I try to be better every fucking day. Every day I wake up. And after I get done crying, if I don't just go into fucking numb mode and just keep going. Once I get to a point where I'm conscious enough to realize that I'm alive, I think today is going to be a better day. I get so fucking overwhelmed with things that are in my own fucking world, and then I look at my community. I see people struggling. I see kids struggling. And it's just, it's such a heavy feeling every day. Trying to make myself better so that I can make my daughter's life better. And then I want to do more. I want to do more. I want to make my community better. I want to help kids that had it rough like me. I worked at a shelter for teenagers for 5 years. Some of those kids are just so hurt and broken already. It breaks my heart. I just want to do so much for them. I see people, friends that are somehow still alive, struggling with drugs. I want to help them, but I have to help myself. How the fuck am I supposed to keep going when I'm so fucking tired every fucking day?